Okay, awesome. All right, so we are officially recording, so you guys can get the replay. So, like I said, today we are going to hop in. I had a lot of it asked if I could do a new recording of the print and cut option using the Cricut. So, as always, Coach Q tries to deliver when she is summoned. For y'all that are new to my page, welcome. I am Coach Q, owner of Made It Sold It and the creator of You Made It Academy 2.0. My goal is to pour into my crafting community. May that be newbies, or if you are in the game and you're OG and you're just looking to continue to scale your business with different crafts. I teach how to actually make the craft, design the craft, and how to market and sell and scale that craft. So you are definitely in the right place. Don't forget to follow for more gems. I will be going live probably all this week. So make sure you hit that follow button so you will not miss another gem. So we are going to open up Canva. I am going to actually print out this design as a fan. And I'm going to be using my Koala double-sided photo paper. Here you guys go. Take a screenshot of it. And again, don't forget to tap the screen and share out. This is the 69-pound Koala double-sided paper. I am going to print it out on my Epson EcoTank 2803. You can use any inkjet printer that you have, or you can always send it off to CVS, Walgreens, or any print shop, Walmart, etc. It's going to be printed on a 8.5 by 11. Now, because we are using our Cricut, this would have to be printed at home because you need the registration lines in order to use your Cricut. But for my newbies that do not have equipment, as y'all know, I always teach newbie friendly. So you can still make these fans and they can be cut out by hand. I'm gonna grab one real quick just to kind of show you guys that how it will look when we finish. So if you guys follow me, you know we just did a graduation challenge and we just finished the memorial challenge. So this is the grad fan. This one was cut out by hand. I did not use a Cricut. This we did in memorial challenge. I taught the offset, how to cut it off, cut it out by hand without any equipment. But some of my girlies have Cricuts and they were not sure how to actually use their Cricuts and use the print and cut. If you guys have been on YouTube University, you already know that you can sometimes go down the rabbit hole. People don't actually show you step by step. So that's what we're doing today. So I am going to go ahead and load my printer up with my Koala 69-pound double glossy paper so that we can go ahead and get this party started. So if y'all have any questions, TikTok, drop those in the comment section as we go through today's class. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I am checking the comments as well. Okay, so we're gonna take this image. The best way to do this when you are using print and cut is you need to add a outline around your design. So I'm going to duplicate this so that you guys can see it from the beginning. So I duplicated that page. Now I'm going to, oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let me delete that page. What you want to do is delete this page. So I'm going to create just a blank page. I'm going to download this design. So I'm going to go up to share, go to download. I want the transparency background because we want it to be a PNG. And this is page number 1. And I'm going to download this image. The reason I'm doing this is because I am going to add an outline to my design that makes it a lot easier when I take it over to Cricut for it to actually do the cutout. So then I'm going to go over to upload. Upload file. And then I'm going to find where I save that file, which is right here. And I'm going to click on open. Thank y'all for the heart and the shares. Don't forget to keep tapping that screen, y'all. Okay, so now I have my, it's running a little slow, y'all. Hold on just a second. Upload. And I'm sure it's because I am recording. I'm going to refresh real quick, y'all. I'm going to go back through and re-upload. Okay. Go back over here to upload. Image. Don't open. Okay, there we go. Sometimes when you're dealing with technology, it has a mind of its own. So after it finished uploading, I'm going to go back over here to the page 2, which was blank. And I'm going to bring my image over. And I just like to stretch it out as big as I can get it. So now what I'm going to do is click on edit. And we want to go down to shadows. Click on more. And you're going to click outline. And as y'all can see, it put an outline around my entire design. You can also adjust the thickness of the outline. So just depending on how thick, right now it's at a 25%, but you can make it a little bit smaller. I'm actually going to leave it at a 20. So now we have our outline image. Now I'm going to go back up to share. And I'm going to download again as a PNG, which is a transparent background. And that is page 2. Because I don't want the background, I just want the actual image. Now, if you are working in Cricut Design Space, when you do upload an image, it will give you an option to remove the background within Cricut Design Space, but that is an upgrade. You cannot use Design Space, the free version, and be able to do the PNG. So now we are going to go over to Cricut, and we are going to start a new project. So I'm going to click on blank canvas, and all this stuff pops up. So now we have our blank canvas. And again, you guys, we are working in Cricut Design Space. This is for all my Cricut girlies that wanted to know how to do the print and cut option. So we're going to click on upload, upload image, browse, and we're going to upload the outlined image that we just did in Canva, and click on open. So now we have our image. I'm going to click continue. And y'all give me some hearts if this is the first time that y'all have actually worked in Canva, Design Space, Cricut, and actually drop a 1 in the comment if you have a Cricut and you use your Cricut. And while y'all are doing okay. All right, we are back, and let me make sure it is sharing screen. Yes, it is. Okay, so we are going to click apply and continue. Now, Cricut gives you a couple of options. You have single layer. Normally, this is kind of what you will be using if you were doing like just cutting regular vinyl. But for the print and cut option, we're going to do a flat graphic. So we're going to select this last one, and we're going to click continue. And then we're going to click, and it's going to ask you to name your image and all that jazz so you can save your work. So if you have to go back, if you have multiple projects that you're working on, you can save on that. So now we are doing upload. And it's running just a little bit slow, y'all, because I am recording as well. All right. So one of the things that I want to tell you guys is when you are using the print and cut option, even though you're able to use a 12 by 12 mat for Cricut, when you do the print and cut option, it does not give you that full 12 by 12 workspace in order to cut. So you're going to be using an 8.5 by 11, but you're not going to be able to stretch your image all the way out to that 8.5 by 11. So when we uploaded this into the system, you see it says 10.23 by 12.75. But I want you guys to notice up here in the top right corner, it has this caution message on there. And the reason being is because it's telling us that the image is too large for an 8.5 by 11. Now you can auto resize, or you can change the sizing yourself. I do the auto resizing because it's going to give me the max amount of space that I can use for the print and cut option. So our actual print and cut is going to be 7.2 inches by 8.75. Now, if this does not meet your needs as to what you want your actual size to be, then by all means, print it out regularly without using your Cricut print and cut option, and that way you can actually stretch it out as big as you want on that 8.5 by 11. Just keep in mind you will use your scissors to hand cut, which is not an issue because again, anytime I teach my classes, I teach newbie friendly, no design skills, and no equipment. So now what I want to do is I want to click on effects and I'm going to add an offset. This is where, because we like to do 2 layers on our fan, so we're going to print on the koala double-sided 69-pound paper, which will have the registration and it'll have our pictures. But I like to hide my stick that I use for my fans, so I'm going to add an offset. And you can adjust how much of an offset you want. You can also have it do round edges or sharp edges. That's up to you. So then we can leave it at the 2. If you wanted to adjust, as you can see, the little blue line lets you know how much of an offset you're going to have. So depending on how much of your offset, and let me show y'all. So when I say offset for my newbies that are not familiar, this is an offset. So you have the main fan and then you have a little bit of an offset, which was the glitter vinyl. So you can determine how much offset you want, and you can have multiple offsets. So if you want your fan to have multiple colors, it can have multiple colors. So we are going to keep that there and we're going to click apply. So now you see my offset is there. You can go up here to this square, and if you wanted to, you can change it. So depending on it, let's just say you were using glitter vinyl, or in our case, the regular cardstock. Whatever color cardstock you were using for your fan, you can kind of get close to that color with your offset, so you can kind of see how it's gonna look. So we have our outline and then we have our cardstock. So also what we have to do is we got to go in here, because right now it thinks that our offset is going to be a print and cut. So we're going to change the offset to basic. So now that caution message goes off, because now we don't have to be within that 8.5 round. We don't have to be a certain size for our basic cut. So now we have a print, print then cut, and then a basic cut. If you wanted to add another offset, you simply follow the same instructions. You go to effect, click on offset, and pick your offset that's going to go outside of the blue. You can change that color again. So I'm only doing one offset. We're going to do the actual picture and then the back piece on this particular one. So now your next step is going to be to make. So we're going to click make. And it's going to tell you to save your project. So we're going to title this E. So that way, if you need to go back to it, you can. And we're going to hit save. Don't forget to tap that screen and get your daily heart. So now it's saving our project. Okay, so now It changes it. You can see over here to the left, we have our print and cut, and then we have our basic cut. So our basic cut, you can see how it's going to look. It will not have any registration lines on it because it knows that we may be using glitter vinyl, we may be using just regular cardstock, etc. So we are going to do our print and cut first. So I'm making sure that that is highlighted over there, which it is, and we have our print and cut. So I'm going to click on continue. Thank you for the likes and the shares. And then we're going to send it to the printer. So based on whatever printers you have connected to your Cricut, it's going to find your printer. So again, we're going to use the ET 2800 series. You can leave the bleed on or take the bleed off. I find that it still comes out to be the same. But what you want to make sure that you click is the Use System dialog. This allows you to go in and tell the printer how you want it to print. Because, of course, we're using glossy paper, premium glossy paper, and I want it to be a high quality print. So if you don't check that box, it's just going to print it out like a regular PDF, and the quality of the print is not going to be as great as it could be if you were able to go in there. So we're going to go over to preferences. And then, like I said, we're going to change the paper type to premium photo paper glossy, and we're going to change the quality to high. This is also where you can decide how many prints you want. So I know I got to do 10 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to 10. This does not have to be mirrored. So just make sure if you have your printer set up for automatically defaulted to mirror, make sure you go in there and change that so it does not mirror the image. And then we're going to hit OK. And then, of course, print. Okay. So as that is printing, I'm going to jump in to see if there's any questions that you guys have. See if I missed anything. Okay. I think we are all caught up. If y'all have any questions, do not hesitate to put those into the comment section as well. Also, I did forget to tell you, if you are wanting to get into You Made It Academy 2.0, and also we have the We Outside Party favor challenge that is coming up this month on the 22nd. If you use code LIVE, LIVE 50, you can get in the room for 50% off. With You Made It Academy 2.0, you automatically get access to all challenges, past and future and present. If you want to just join the challenge, experience the challenge, you can definitely do that, and you can get it at a discount while I am live. Once I'm off live, it goes back to the challenge is $97, so you can get it at $47. And to get into the 2.0, because you have access to modules, you have bi-weekly classes with me. You also get access to all of my PLR templates. There's a lot of information in 2.0. That one will be half off. It's regular price $197. You will be able to get in the room for $97 while I am live. So definitely take advantage of that. Again, the code is LIVE50 while I am live. And if you guys need me to show you how to find the links, I will definitely do so. It is in my bio. All right, we are almost finish printing, let me grab my Cricut mat so we can have that, and also paper cardstock. Welcome in, Arlene. We are working with our Cricut today for all of my girlies that have Cricuts and y'all wanted to know how to do the print and cut option from start to finish. That is what we are going over today. Again, we are printing using the Koala double glossy side 69 pounds. And then we are also using 85 cardstock paper. Both can be bought on Amazon. So the cardstock is going to be our back layer, which is our basic cut, and then the koala double side is going to be our print and cut. If you have any questions throughout this class, please do not hesitate to put them in the comments, and I will make sure to answer these. And like I said before, I do teach newbie friendly, which means that you don't necessarily have to have a Cricut in order to do fan. Right now, we're preparing for party favor season, so we will be going over making fans for our party favors as well, and those will be hand cut. Okay, so we got our first image. My printer, it'll continue to print. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done so we can move on. And then I'm going to reconnect to my Cricut. This is how the print and cut comes out. So you see we have our outline that we chose. And then print and cut is always going to give you the registration line. Make sure that when you load this in, that this arrow is pointing towards your Cricut when you load. Hey, Kenyatta. Look, I finally did the print and cut option. So make sure your registration line is pointing up. And then I have my card stock. Okay. So I'm going to move you guys around TikTok so y'all be able to see the Cricut as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is take our printout. I'm going to move y'all back. Take a screenshot also. We're going to be using the medium cardstock 80 pounds is the one that we're going to use to cut. So make sure y'all take note on that. And then I'm about to move y'all. All right. So we have our image and then we have our cardstock. So I'm grab my board and peel off my plastic. And like I said, you want to make sure that when you put this on your Cricut board, cutting board, that the registration mark is pointing up. So as you can see. And then again, we're going to select the cardstock option. So now and for my girlies who have older Cricuts, it's pretty much the same process. I know some have the original where you have to adjust the dial, so just make sure that you do so. And then also I'm going to as you can see, my light is flashing because it's telling me that I need to load my mat. And then I'm going to hit those flashing lights. So now my Cricut is actually loading my design. And so now I'm going to press the middle button, which is the giving it to the go ahead to actually cut. And for my replays, I'm going to record behind the scenes and I'll add that into the video when I upload the replay so y'all can see the actual Cricut. If you're not watching me live on TikTok, you'll be able to see the Cricut actually cutting out our design. Okay. So just that quick. So when it comes to equipment, you guys, it's not so much as, oh, you got to go buy a bunch of equipment. This just speeds the process up. But you can definitely still do these fans. You can do the party favor fans with cutting out your design with your scissors. And I'm just going to bend the board a little bit to pull my design away from. And so however many of these you are doing, as y'all can see, you would just repeat the process, go through the cutting motion. So now I want to show you guys the basic cut. Pretty much the same thing, but we need to make sure that we have basic cut highlighted, which it automatically does default over to basic after you've done the print cut. So just make sure that whichever one you're working on, because if you wanted to do all your print and cuts, make sure print and cut is selected. As y'all can see, it changed colors and it has a little check mark because after we did that print cut, then it knew that it needed to go over to the basic, so it switched. So just make sure that the one that you are actually wanting to work on is highlighted. And so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our cardstock, and this time it doesn't have registration lines, so we're just going to put that on our mat like so. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select medium cardstock, 80 pounds, and then we're going to load it into our Cricut. So this time it's not going to do any reading of it's not going to do any reading of registration lines because again there are no registration lines for cardstock. And then we're going to hit the play button. So now it is going to go in there and cut our offset, which is going to be our back piece. And again, just that fast. It cut it within what, 19 seconds. Hold on, I see a question. So when we print out, the registration lines are already on there. Yes, they are. If you are using another trick too as well, I'm that girl. If you are using super glossy paper, I actually, some people, they take a marker. I just take a white crayon and I go over my registration lines to dull them because sometimes um, it will not read the registration lines when you're using your Cricut. But for the most part, I have not ran into any issues with it actually reading my registration lines on the koala glossy paper to do the fans or any other like print and cut options that I'm doing using my Cricut. So yes, those registration lines, and that's why I said if you don't have a printer at home and that you have to send this off to a print, you're gonna have to actually do a hand cut, which I've done, and I teach in my classes because I want to make sure that people understand that you don't have to have the equipment in order to start crafting and selling crafts. So don't get discouraged on not having like all of the equipment at home. So you can still send it off. They'll print it on regular paper. Regular like glossy, um, 69-pound paper for you. You'll just have to hand cut it, and you can still do an offset as well. You just have to do it by hand. But I wanted to make sure I did this video for it. So now we have our offset and our print and cut image. And all you would do is just line that bad booger up. And as y'all can see, voila. So again, all equipment does is just speed up the process. I like the wavy sticks for my fans. If party favor season, you can still do the wavy sticks. You are so welcome. You can still do the wavy sticks. They do sell these on Amazon, and they do have multiple colors. If you want, you can buy the brown ones and spray paint them to whatever color. So if you can't find the color that you want, take the brown ones and spray paint them. Easy pleasy. So I'm going to actually go ahead and go all the way through with the assembling of the fan. I really was just print cut, but since we were able to kind of get through this pretty quick, I'll go ahead and add this to our video. And this video will be posted in the You Made It Academy Facebook group. So if you're not in there, make sure to hop in there. Once I get off live, I will go in there and approve all of the requests. So in order to do a full-fledged fan, you will need a hot glue gun, glue sticks, and you have my two favorite options when it comes to glue. You can do the Gorilla Cement, rubber cement glue. That clear. And then I have a new bestie that I like that I've added to the entourage. And this is the Barely Art glue. It comes with okay. It's the Burley Art glue, and it comes with like the precision tip. This one works really fast as well. So that's an option. I'm gonna actually use the Gorilla Glue today. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip our print and cut over, and we're going to put a nice amount of glue on the back. And I'm just taking my time and spreading it all the way around. I'm going to leave a little bit of space for my stick, because of course we're going to use hot glue to put the stick in. I'm going to set that to the side. And y'all can see the glue on the back. And then I'm going to take my offset. Make sure that you have it turned the right way and you didn't flip it. And I'm just going to line it up, the offset. And what I do is I kind of press it down at the top part to give me enough time to put the hot glue on my glue stick. And I do midway and down. And of course, both sides. And remember, when you're working with hot glue, you gotta work a little faster. All right, go. And then I'm just gonna raise this. That's why I don't push it all the way down. I'm gonna raise this up enough to be able to slide my stick in there. Now what I'm doing is just pressing down all the way around my fan, because I want to make sure that that glue adheres to both pieces. And voila. Give this, so before you guys send this out to any of your customers, give yourself at least 24 hours for the glue to really dry and adhere before you give these to your customers if you're shipping or if they are picking up. So because this one is for a male grad, we're not doing a bow at the bottom of it. And of course, we didn't do the glitter. But as you can see, we covered up our stick because we have the offset backing that we added. And then we have our actual picture of our image and our grad. This is the same concept for any occasion. Like I said, we are doing all things party favor. We are outside. So the party favor edition that we're doing in this month's challenge is for all of my baddies that are looking to get outside, that want to actually have some party favors. I'm going to pull that up for you guys real quick. And let me swing y'all around TikTok. So this is how you can get in the room. So if y'all were able to learn this in just a few seconds, I guarantee you want to get in the room. So what you're going to do is click on my profile, go up here to my link, and the very first one is the 3 days. So June the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, we will be doing We Outside. I am going to show you how to design it in Canva, how to actually make the craft, and then how to price and market the craft. Because it's one thing to know how to make really cute stuff, but if you're not pricing correctly and you don't know how to price, you don't know how to market, then you're spinning your wheels. It's all in vain. You will get access to all 3 days of class. You can join again while I'm live, and I'm about to get ready to hop off here so I can go ahead and finish my orders that I need to go ahead and crank out. While I'm live, you can use code LIVE, LIVE 50, and you can get 50% off. This class right now is $97. Coach Q will no longer be doing any more free classes unless you are in the 2.0 family. Otherwise, you'll have to catch me live and hope that I post the replay on YT. So, like I said, you get, can't forget to tell you, you actually get the templates to all of these party favors. So the chip bags, the water bottles, the gift bags, the treat box. You get the mock-ups for your t-shirts, the fan, buttons, backdrop, pop-up banners, the 16 by 20 sign, club sign, the hat, if you want to do the birthday hats. And I also will be doing, because the plan is to go live each day because there's so many crafts to make. I'll be actually crafting these and putting these into the VIP group the VIP, if you sign up for the 3-day outside party favor challenge. And then, of course, 2.0, you guys will get the replays as well. So, again, live 50 gets you in the room. Day 1, we are designing in Canva. Day 2, we are actually crafting. So just like I went step by step and showed you guys how to make a fan using Cricut, in this class, we'll actually be doing it by hand for all of my newbies that do not have equipment. And then day 3, we are going to be going over pricing and marketing. You guys also get my retainer contract. That's in there. You get some additional bonus replays. I've already uploaded those in there. And you're going to get, what else do I have in there? The holiday season selling guide. And just remember, party favors, just like Memorial, it's a season, it's a craft that you can sell all year. Because somebody is always going to have some type of birthday, some type of special occasion, anniversary that they are celebrating. Hold on, y'all. TikTok want me to put the shape in the thing. Okay, there we go. There's somebody always celebrating something special, some type of milestone. Church groups. I actually just completed 65 tote bags that they're gonna take on their cruise cruise and stuff. So this is opportunity if you have been waiting for a sign or looking for a sign as to your craft business and in needing to expand or even just to start. This is your sign that you need to get in the room. But like I said, you can get in there. There's a few Q&A questions. A lot of people kind of ask, will you get replays? Yes. Will you get access to the templates? Yes. Am I going to show you how to make the crafts? Yes. Or am I going to show you how to design the crafts? Yes. So get in the room. You have 2 choices. You can just sign up for the one challenge, or you can be a part of all of the past and the future I'm sorry, of the past and the future challenges that I have done. 2.0, you guys never have to pay for a challenge because once you pay your initial and you get into 2.0, you're in. You have access to the PLR templates. You have access to all of the challenges and stuff that we end up doing, and you can get in there. This one's $197. Like I said, while I'm live, it is half off with code LIVE50. So definitely take advantage of that. Let me pull up the community so you guys can see that. Y'all might want to just skip right over just for the challenge. But you have modules. So we're over here doing it big. So for my girlies who don't know ChatGPT, how to set it up, if y'all didn't know, Chat should have a name. Chat should have a voice. Chat will talk to you. Chat will produce and save you time and money when it comes to your price, your marketing, and how you can crank those flyers in just the display of your items. May that be tumblers, hats, blankets, t-shirts, whatever. Chat is able to take the time and hours that it normally would take to create mock-ups out. Canva 101, if you guys are not familiar with Canva, working in Canva, you're able to go through that module. It'll walk you through the digital vault. It's already full with a lot of stuff. We have faceless content for women, men, retainer agreements. You get the memorial. So again, if y'all missed the memorial challenge and y'all want access to all of the digital PLR designs that's in there, then you need to get in 2.0. Because if you join the We Outside challenge, you're only going to get party favors. You get the party favor retainer. You get the actual links for that one. And then, of course, we have monthly challenges, which, like I said, this month, we're doing the party favor. If you want to know how to create generators using Canva, there's a module for that. How to where to sell, what platforms and resources, that's in there. Content creation, monetizing, business systems and automation. So when y'all say comment the word blah 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 blah, it sends out automated information and send them where you want them to go. If y'all want to know how to create your AI twin and influencer, there's a module for that. The AI dolls, there's some templates in there already that you guys can take, create your sticker packs. There's some sticker packs in there as well. Then you have AI and Canva and how that goes together, how to maneuver through AI in Canva, the replay vault, and of course, Canva website building. This is not just for you. You can also sell, especially, you know how most people use Eventbrite to send out information to their actual guests. You can build them a landing page that they can send to their customers, I mean to their guests, and be able to have it customized versus using the other platforms. But that's just some of the stuff that you guys will get inside of the community, which is an option. Um, Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. As usual, I enjoy pouring into the community, and y'all make sure y'all join the Facebook group. I can't wait to see what y'all do with the new print and cut option that you guys just learned. Until then, I will see y'all on the next live.